All right, are we starting now?
Yeah, we can start.
All right,
And 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm director.
Let's freaking go. Director Jackson apparently is here this time for episode number 16. Number 16, boys. 1-6. That's a real
out of frame, dude.
No, it's not.
I see
You
myself.
see him.
You see how far I'm in frame and he's not?
Do you want to fix the camera?
A little bit.
All right, everyone. Jackson's going to fix the camera a little bit real quick. It is actually kind of off. It's not very straight. No, yeah, yes. There, yes.
Is it?
Not sure, is it?
Enjoy that.
Tyler's feeling a little sick today,
All right.
by the way, so he might go on quiet on unusual. He's got a little bit of a headache.
I got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you said
Now
that.
I'm out of frame. Who the hell's
You're
running
not
this
out.
show?
You're not out of frame.
Yeah, I just got to go like this.
Lots
I'm
to
gonna be
talk
honest.
about,
Should we start off with
Yes,
the plane crashes?
What, dude? That's crazy. Is anyone else thinking about this?
Have you guys heard of this?
Yeah.
Because
All the news and everything.
yeah. Because okay, there's the DC
Yeah,
ones
tell
that
us.
happened yesterday, right? So the helicopter with military personnel crashed into the plane. I think it was like 65 people. or
Yeah,
something.
not the plane crashing into the helicopter. The helicopter crashed into the damn plane. all
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure because
Now,
a
yeah,
helicopter
I know
can
what I'm
maneuver a lot better than
Well,
a.
not only that, but what the hell is going on? Like that's a commercial flight, and they are just they were like moving from one side of the base to across like a river or something.
Yeah.
Randomly, like, and
Our
Yeah.
hearts go out to the families. I just want to say that. Like terrible
Yes.
loss of life. I think some bodies have been recovered.
yeah, it's like
Terrible
65
tragedy.
people. It's freaking crazy.
And then the new one today that happened a couple hours ago, the one in Philly.
It literally happened while we were at the gym. It was like 10 minutes before we were at the gym or something.
Yeah.
It literally came on.
have you
the
guys
air.
heard
We're
that
like,
one?
"What?"
So it was a jet. It was a jet plane, and it had 6 people on it, and it just like basically nosedived. And
There's a video,
it
dog.
it looks
It
insane.
literally looks like a missile. Like you don't even see the plane hit the ground. You just see a, and then it literally these cars just stop because it literally hits a road. It's next to a mall
Yeah.
in Philadelphia, and it just.
Wait, say that again.
It's in a mall in Philadelphia.
What do you say? That's so weird.
Philadelphia.
What's wrong with the way I say it?
Say it again.
Philadelphia.
You like put an O in there.
Philadelphia.
It's like a weird.
Philadelphia.
It's like a
You
You
weird.
got dolphins?
Philadelphia. Nah, dude, it's Philadelphia. I've always said it like that.
Delphia.
Well, you've been wrong
Well, I think
all
you
your
might be
life.
wrong.
Tomato, tomato.
No.
Who cares? I know how it's spelled. I know how it works. It's just the
No,
way
you
it's
would have spelled it with an O in
Did I
that.
confuse it with Germany just now or something? I confused it with Colorado or any other state, or did you know what I was saying?
No, but like,
Oh, that's right. You knew what I was saying.
no, but I was just like,
I hate the idea.
Philly
I hate
mistake.
you guys. But anyway,
Well, it's also a
people
city,
died today,
not a
so
state.
we're making fun of
That's a
Josh's
silly mistake.
pronunciation of Philadelphia.
Wait, did you call it a state?
What, Philadelphia?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I'm just saying. Am I saying it's Colorado or something? Is it a state? Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. I didn't say Philadelphia is a state.
Dude, I can't. Like, stop.
You say it one more time, you're out.
Dude,
You're
that's
out.
like, it's like scratching a part of my brain I don't like.
Philadelphia. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh my
Philadelphia.
god,
Oh,
dude,
dude.
it's warm in here. Can I just say that?
No,
No.
you're not allowed to say that.
Hell no.
Actually, no. It's actually against law for you to say that if you didn't know.
Yeah, we keep it at 72.
Damn. I mean, 70,
72.
I don't know.
I'm sweat. I'm literally sweating.
I don't even run my heater. It's like
Well, just at night.
36 degrees in my apartment.
It's on a timer. It just runs
I
a
know,
couple
it's
hours
bad.
at night.
It's bad.
It's like
Does it-
36.
yeah,
I
does
doubt.
it-
Okay,
it's mostly because my heater doesn't
I
really
I don't
work.
think it's 36 though, bro.
I mean, I have
That's-
it off right
that's
now because it's
fucking-
either I need to turn it up all the way or I need it, or it won't work.
How do we get from plane crashes to?
And then it gets too hot,
Heaters.
so there's no point.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we-
mean, they were. Never mind. That was awful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Our hearts go out to the families. She makes a joke like, "Wow, you know."
Anyways.
Yo, is
Good
that,
ones,
is that a case for your watch? that you have?
Yeah, it goes around it.
Yeah, that's sick. I have one like that too, but mine's broken.
Bro, I'll tell you what though, the Apple Watches
Oh,
between
look at that shit.
it,
There's no difference.
dude. There's no difference.
No.
You could give me one of the watches, I couldn't tell. The performance, couldn't tell. The features. on
Okay,
it,
well, I
couldn't
can tell between my 6 and the 10. I can say
tell.
that.
Okay, maybe I have a 10.
Wait, of a what? Of a watch?
Yeah,
We're having
the
11
Series
You have
6.
two watches?
I had a Series 6,
Oh.
and then I got the 10.
I
No,
don't
no, I think this
Three,
is.
dude.
I
Hey,
think
you guys
this one
all
is
have
old.
Apple Watches on. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think this one is.
Yeah,
older
you
than-
fucking poor me.
Mine is upstairs, actually.
Well, go put it on,
Travis,
dude.
I never see you use your watch.
Yeah, I never seen
I-
one watch.
I
Dude,
don't know,
wear
I've
my
never been
watch
a big
literally
fan of
every
it.
day. I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding you. I wear it every day.
I mean, I wear it, but then I'm like, I just look at the notifications. That's it.
I don't even use it. For
Yeah,
that.
I never
use it for
actually
the
used
time,
it,
yeah.
I use it for the weather.
I use
Biggest
it,
waste of money.
I use it for the time.
Dude,
and
also at the gym, dude, setting a stopwatch on
Oh, yeah, the
this.
time, that's
Sick.
right.
then the music.
Yeah, but then you gotta charge.
Did you just say it's got the
What
time
the heck are you
inside?
gonna use a watch for, dude?
What is a watch even made
You
for?
read. You can read time.
Read
What?
time? What are you,
Oh
Loki?
yeah, this is actually the Series 6 too.
A Series 6 too.
Well, no,
Never
but-
heard of that one.
A Series 62?
That's okay.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I got the
Yes.
new iPhone 94, dude. It's pretty sick, dude. It's got the new Apple AI intelligence. Wipe your ass for you and everything. It'll wipe her ass, call your grandma, tell her you love her and everything, dude. It's the best thing that you've ever had in your life.
You actually just tell it like live my life, and then it does it for you.
It's like,
It's
I need
crazy.
to shit.
It's crazy.
And it just goes, I'll do that for you, Josh. And just shits.
I got you, buddy.
Jarvis, unshit my pants. Yo, talking about that, you boys been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals out in here, dude. Just saying, bro.
Yeah,
Just
I'm the
saying.
loser.
Yeah, bro.
Say
I mean,
it
that
louder.
game is good, but it's like
But
I just need them to come out with more characters because I get
It just
bored.
came
what
out.
are
They
you
just-
talking about?
I
It's got
know.
35.
Okay, I'm not hating on the game. I love the game. It's great. I'll play it over Overwatch, but
Bro,
I'm
you
just
play
saying.
one character. Have you tried playing the other
Yeah,
characters?
I played all of
I
them.
feel like you haven't,
I
dog.
have. I tried them all.
Hell no,
Every
dude.
character. I haven't even played every. Character.
Not even I've
I've
played every
tried.
character.
I've tried every character. I haven't
Played every character.
Nah.
I mean, I'm just saying
No.
that's like.
I've
That's crazy.
also clicked
Actually,
on
no,
the
they
character
played-
for 2 seconds,
they-
died, and switched off of it too, Tyler. That's not playing the character.
Well, no, I play it for like a good minute or so. I'm
That's
not, doing
not
what I
playing.
switch.
That's what I'm telling you. That's not playing.
I still tried them out.
Like, I think if you get one
How
solid
you-
hour with each character, then I'd say, yeah, you
well,
probably
I
play
mean,
the
if
character.
I do what I did in Smite, where I master all of them, then I could do that, but it's gonna take too
Starfighters
long.
might.
Dude,
Schmite.
Pizza's here. I guess my topic will be a fiery one for sure.
Oh yeah, what?
let's hear it.
I want to hear it. All right, wait. Let him sit down. Ready? Begin.
No, actually,
Mm.
I'll wait till it's time.
What does that mean?
Leave you guys in suspense.
Okay, your turn.
You don't know.
How's NyQuil? Like, how's sickness?
Sickness is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Honestly, I couldn't have wished for anything better.
Like top 10?
Yeah, no, it's not even top 10, bro. It's just number one.
Have you tried flaying?
No, but I've definitely tried cock and ball torture. Yeah.
It's not even close to flaying. I mean, at least one of them's a little.
Are you talking about like flaying somebody alive?
That's what flaying means.
Jackson,
I didn't say fillet. I'm not
Jackson,
talking about a
that's
fish.
yes.
You're
I got
not
what?
talking about a fish,
Yes,
right?
what's on your
I'm talking about ripping the organ from off of the body. Okay.
So somebody's spitting food on my face. Got it.
Well, no, it's just like a little black
What?
ball.
Okay.
What?
What?
cancer?
Did I confuse you?
You got cancer on
Did
your
I-
forehead.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on cancer. They found the cure.
And they killed the guy who found it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo,
And-
I found out how to run cars on water, and then all of a sudden,
yeah,
Yeah.
he killed himself.
yeah.
I found limitless energy.
The microchip that the government put in your head when you were born, they use it to change your mind and terminate you at will.
No, that's how the aliens communicate with you. They implant thoughts through it.
What the hell was that?
What's that? Nothing.
They influence our actions.
Nah, you're tripping, bro. There's nothing.
Our emotions.
Okay, so you're the only one.
That was like creep ASMR.
All right, guys, we're getting creepy today.
You can't even believe that.
Where my hug at? Where my hug at? Where my hug
Instead of creepy, that's just losers.
Let me hold your phone. Let me
I'm
hold
in
your
your
phone.
house.
Let me hold your phone.
You got games on your phone?
You got games on your phone. You got games on your phone.
games on your phone?
Dude, I used to ask that question. I don't care. I
Seriously?
was that kid.
That's
Not
got
to,
games on your phone?
Not to random people, but just
Just
my mom.
random people.
Mac had like games on your phone.
What, you playing Candy Crush on her phone?
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Yeah, I used to play Angry Birds on my mom's
I played a
phone.
little bit, but I played Clash
Bro,
Clans.
that game was
Really,
addicting.
I can still download it on my Google Play.
Did they take it off
Angry-
the Apple Store?
No.
Angry Birds?
Yeah, they took it off all the stores. Yeah,
What?
like back in
You can't play it
2017.
anymore?
No, you can't download it.
y'all remember Flappy Bird?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, no.
Angry Bird. Yeah, I was talking about Flappy Bird.
Oh yeah, I was like
I'm-
Angry
I was like,
Birds.
that's
Angry
got to
Birds.
be one of the biggest
That's
games
whack.
of all time.
Yeah, Angry Birds is still thing. I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They made two
I was messed up on my birds. Flappy and angry.
Jackson, I think you need to post an apology video now.
Guys, this is it. I sincerely apologize for
I can't
misspeaking.
believe you.
I'm so sorry.
No, I go,
Beats his Flappy Bird.
I'm so sorry.
He plucks his eyebrows like, failure, 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 failure,
So-
failure.
No, it's just the cry because they're not real apologizing.
Dude, nobody does that anymore.
Don't actually mean it or
I don't-
anything.
Nobody apologizes anymore. They're like, no, I stand true to what I said.
Oh, you guys might know about this, but since we're talking about that, dude, you guys hear about Bryce Mitchell?
No.
Okay,
Who's that?
He's a UFC fighter, and he was just on a podcast with I forget who's on a podcast with, but he's literally talking about. He's like, he's so stupid. He's a flat earther. He's a great fighter, flat earther though, right?
That's why he's a great fighter. No brain.
Literally,
No,
literally
I'm
talking.
just kidding.
It's all primal instinct.
He's not kidding. This
No,
kid-
no, no. A lot of them have brains.
No,
I
this
don't want to
one-
get beat the fuck up,
This
Josh.
one is an idiot that does not have a brain because he
Okay.
literally was pretty much endorsing Hitler. He was like, "Hey man, Hitler, people were looking at him like, he honestly was a great guy. He did some really great things, and
There's no way he said that.
dude, he literally out loud was like endorsing Hitler, saying like, oh, what he did was perfectly, literally, and Dana White, not like an hour later, because he was talking about like he was at some conference, was like, yeah, I've heard some pretty, so yeah, I know we've all seen the videos. If you haven't, I've heard some pretty ignorant shit in my day, but Hitler killed 6 million Jews, blah, blah, blah. Was literally talking about like all the facts of like what Hitler did and stuff, and was like, it's the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. Literally, I would pull up the video right now if it wasn't stupid, just for you guys to hear it, because it's honestly crazy. Like the whole time he's saying it, you're like,
Stop.
stop talking. Because he was just like, he wasn't so bad. Like literally in a Louisiana fucking accent. I don't think that he really was that man. He fucking did all this shit on the fucking thing, and we're just like,
Bro, the only thing that could ever, and it would, I don't even know if this would do it, to redeem Hitler is he would have had to like cure cancer.
no.
Not even that.
Not even that.
You think he's gonna? Hey, I found the cure to cancer.
Well, I know. No,
drink-
I'm not talking about him.
We're talking about Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the dead guy.
I was like, I don't even know what would redeem
Yeah,
this
he
dude.
found
How
the
can
cure
you
to
talk?
cancer.
How can you talk about
That's
him
why
in a
he's
positive
dead.
way?
Because he found the cure to cancer. That's why he's dead. Did you know that?
Oh
in
man,
so much
the
trouble.
Dude, imagine that being a
All right,
conspiracy.
here you
Yeah,
go.
there's
Start
just
that.
Everyone
Start
take a
that.
listen real quick.
There's just
All
no
right, you
way.
guys don't have to, but everyone here take a listen. Right?
When people, you know what the Jews was doing? They was charging interest.
I mean, yeah.
I know who that is.
You know what the Jews was doing?
Hold on.
That's the dude who wanted camel shorts.
Here.
Hitler was a good guy. Research, not public education, indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on that, he was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews, destroying his country, turning them
It gets worse.
all in the game. They were queering out the women, queering out the dudes. Books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning. Books was
What?
Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation.
Yo, where are his sources? Like, where did
Just listen real quick. We'll talk after.
That's when he kind of went full nutty. And I don't think that he's just like the best dude ever. And when I say I go fishing with him, I'm not saying he was the most trustworthy dude or I'd love him or whatever. But at some point in Hitler's life, I don't think he was that bad of a guy. I really don't. You know what the Jews was doing?
That's crazy. I mean, that guy's just like.
Wait, no, what I got from that, someone that charges interest, the banks, they need to die. What kind of take is that? That is completely
such
awful.
a hot take that is.
That's not even a hot take.
podcast,
That's
man.
like cold as shit.
That's not even a hot take.
Don't
That's
even
just
know.
racism.
Yeah,
That's just
how did
racism
no one,
and discrimination.
How did no one just stop him?
Because it's a free country.
No, they were like,
Well, I
this
mean,
is
like-
content, bro. We're going to get a lot of views from this.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so, but
This
this
is
is bro,
what
I would have
this-
been like, yo, bro.
Hey, this is a great point though. This is the beauty. Okay, this is the truth. This is the beauty of America. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? That we can have an idiot like him go up and say that at free will, and you let society figure out how to deal with it.
Consequences.
Yeah, you let society figure out, and society's figuring it out, and they're going, this guy's fucking idiot.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets any endorsement deals, any like
he's
brand
dude,
deals.
he's fired.
done.
Yeah,
He's done. You
Career
can't say that.
over.
You can be Gina Carano if you really want to get into it. Gina Carano put a post about like the whole Jewish thing, but she talked about how, back when that they were mean to their neighbors and this and that. It was pretty much just a message on how we should be nice to each other because what happened back in the times is that they literally turned on their own neighbors because they were Jews, because they were indoctrinated to hate their neighbors. So her whole thing was like, don't hate each other. She literally got kicked off The Mandalorian, kicked off the shows, all her endorsements gone, lost tons of money, lawsuits, this and that, because she said that. And you got people like this saying this shit, but I guarantee you it's going to be like a tough process to get this guy out for some stupid reason.
That's why you don't tie anything to it. That's why you just say, be nice to each other. That's the tweet right there. Boom.
Yeah.
Don't tie it to a specific group.
But the sad part is you should be able to, like, not tie it, but you should be able to use it as a
Yeah, but she specifically said that, right?
What I can look up what she said exactly, but the whole point is that it was taken completely out of proportion, and everyone knows that. It was completely out of proportion. She wasn't saying, oh, if anyone speaks on the Jews, this is the tough part. Speaking about Jews is tough, the Jewish people in general, because it's a very sensitive subject. For thousands of years, the Jews never had a fucking break.
So let's do it here, guys.
No, but I mean, like,
So you know what? Starting today.
started today, we ain't giving them any leeway to it.
Damn, Josh, okay.
It's just, whoa. No, but for thousands of years, they've been dealing with this shit. So it's like, it's just fucking crazy, dude, that they still have to deal with it.
In the modern day.
It's like, dude, you can't even be Jewish out here. Brother can't even be Jew out
Can we
here.
just stop? Did you hear about New York not having any, like, what was it, gun-related violence for 5 days?
That's cool.
For why? Because of, like, legislation of some sort.
Well, I don't know. It was right after inauguration. So it was 5 days of no violent crimes with a gun, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the war in Palestine, the war in the east with the the Palestinian Israel slowing down apparently. Don't quote me on that. It's slowing down. And they did a ceasefire or whatever, and a bunch of different stuff like that. I mean, there's been a bunch of executive orders already shot out, and whatnot, but yeah, it's crazy. Just watch what you. That's crazy, bro. You think if anyone out here thinks they have a hot take, watch that video.
That was
That's
insane
an
to hear.
opinion, dude.
That was
You
insane.
thought I was lying. No, bro. The dude straight out said, I don't
And I know who that dude is too. He's
Yeah.
the one who wanted his like custom shorts. He wanted camo shorts, and he made a big deal about it.
Yeah, and he got him too.
And he got them.
Well, it
Hey,
just
God,
doesn't
I'll
make
tell
any
you.
sense because he was saying like I did my own research. Where? Yeah, where?
Oh,
where did,
neonazi.com.
But-
yeah, like
see,
where'd you find this
this-
information?
I mean, it was probably just the shit about art school. Like, you know how everybody says, "Oh, Hitler should have stayed in art school."
No, he was
Some
talking
bullshit
about
like
how
that.
he was a great leader.
yeah, that's he's not even talking about that.
Exactly, but like
He
that's
probably doesn't even. He
Historians-
probably did so little history, he doesn't even realize Hitler probably even went to art school. He probably actually didn't do any actual research,
Well, he didn't even get into
He-
art school, so he
yeah.
didn't even go.
or he was like trying to be an.
That was kind of the whole reason why.
Yeah, I doubt he did any actual research. Like, come on, you think that guy actually? Like,
No.
Yeah, like no, he didn't actually research. the
But
topic.
and if he was researching stuff, it was beyond bias. And it was beyond.
yeah, and
But not only that, but even historians will tell you the only thing that was good about Hitler.
Oh, this will go well.
This will go well.
this is gonna go
Take
great.
this out of
And that's why I
context,
said, and
people.
I quote, historians say this because it's the truth, is that
Now,
you
Josh.
have to think you have to think it is kind of crazy to think that this one man who grew up like a whole nation was able to rise them against one race, was able to rise them against the whole world. That's insane to
He
think
brought people together.
about. But that's what I'm saying. That's insane to think about. Like from a historian standpoint, it's like how are people, because the truth is the Germans were in such a down spot that they looked to anyone to save them from
bro.
the
And
economic
yeah, and he made a cult.
crisis. And yeah, exactly. And he made it seem like if we do this, I'm gonna save you people. And the problem is that it was working. He was doing all this crazy crap and it was working. So the people that were under him were really starting to believe it. When you're desperate,
Well, they viewed life was getting better in a sense.
their
somehow.
their
lives,
Germans'
yeah.
lives were 100% getting better. That's why they backed them. That's why they were like, holy shit, we're taking
This guy's onto something.
We're taking our space back. We're taking this back. But that's
But then they were so
That's where
brainwashed.
he's getting at. That's where he's trying to say, "Oh, I didn't get it from the what do you say, the prophesized media, or like the mainstream, media." Like he looked at from some other source and basically trying to say that it was some kind of freaking main media
Reliable.
hoax. Yeah, like, dude, that's insane to say.
Bro's never seen The Pianist. That movie.
Seen a what?
The Pianist.
Oh, I think he said he's never seen a penis, and I was like, what does that got to do with not wanting Hitler in your life?
Yeah, that kind of transition needs a little bit more of a buffer.
That's why I was like, penis?
It's about the Holocaust.
I know what the penis is about, but I didn't know.
I know what the penis is about.
I didn't know that you. Schindler's List is honestly a great
I
movie.
need to see that still.
You've never
I've
seen
never seen
Schindler's List? One of the best movies of all time. Truly sad, depressing, beyond compare depressing, but it's truly like, damn. Watch that, Bryce Mitchell. You stupid dummy. Okay, you idiot. Yeah. No, but honestly, how can you seriously like say that like that? Like, pretty much deny that it happened.
Like, you ask anyone what they think of it, and they're like, terrible situation.
Let us know what you guys think about this.
And
'cause
then you
it's
got this
absolutely
dude,
insane.
Bryce.
Motherfucker named Bryce from Louisiana over here telling you what to do.
Well, it's like the only people who would ever actually find speaking pro Hitler are neo-Nazis.
Yeah,
Literally, who else would
yeah.
do
Who the
that?
fuck else?
Normal people.
Yeah, or people who like believe in neo-Nazi values. Like no one else would.
Like, imagine having a conversation. Yeah, dude, Hitler was worse, and then all of a sudden some guy goes, "Well, you know, he."
Well, even just the well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you with the well, dude. There ain't no well.
Well, hold on.
He was a
You can
piece of
leave.
shit. He was crazy, and he was able to do some crazy stuff. It's like what what's his nut said in Harry Potter. He's like, the brother of this wand did some many terrible things, but it was many great things. Like, he was trying to say, like, even though he did bad things, they were great things because it was crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So he's Voldemort now.
Pretty much.
It wasn't
Hitler's Voldemort. Can I get a ham out? Can I get a ham out?
We
Can
gotta
I get a
stop
ham
talking
out?
about Hitler so much.
Yeah, we're gonna get flagged.
Yeah.
God.
Put
All
it
right,
in the
moving on.
caption.
So, 9/11, right?
Guys, we gotta move on to a less controversial topic. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Transgenderism in the country. But yeah.
All right, what's your fiery topic?
Yeah, what were you talking about? You said you had something crazy to talk about. You said you were gonna spring it on us.
If it's the California fires, we already talked.
No,
No, it's not. What is it?
So you mean fiery like?
personally,
Oh.
Oh shit.
I believe
Hitler.
buying a pre-built is way better than building a PC.
Yeah, it says the poor people. All right. The truth is, and everyone knows it, the only thing that's good about a pre-built is the convenience. If you're
Convenience, yeah.
if you're
I'll
literally
give that.
if you're literally like, I just don't want to fucking do it, you're just know you're spending a little more upfront for something that you could get later down the line that's a lot better for the same amount of money if you really plan it. Just
Okay,
saying.
well, you're still
Just
inexperienced,
saying.
Josh.
Just saying. Well, but Jackson will tell you the same thing. Go ahead.
Well, I've built like 4 or 5 PCs on my own, and I had to help you,
Yeah, you did.
and then I'm helping you
Mhm.
whenever you get around to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could ask for help, man. I mean, that hurt, man.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is that
There's
we
many reasons why I bought a pre-built.
Okay, go over your reasons.
Well, first off, yeah, it was the convenience of I didn't want to wait another like couple
but be
2 months
honest,
to
that's the main reason is that you wanted it
Okay,
now.
well, let him
Not, right?
finish.
Let the man
get.
speak.
Would let
Just-
me-
Let him speak.
That's his. main
Yeah, I
reason.
didn't want to wait 2 months to do it and then take a whole day to set it up. I rather would just buy it, plug it in, and have my nice PC up and running, ready to go. I mean, it's a good PC for what I got, and it was on sale. I think I got a good price for it. I mean,
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, and
Boom.
that too.
Josh?
I enjoy it. and
My
I'm
only
happy
worry
with
is
my
this,
buy.
like, you wouldn't. My dad. Okay, this is my thing. This is my thing because this dude didn't even have anything downloaded for the core systems of his fucking
He
PC.
got it 3 hours ago.
No, he got it home, just started playing it. I went, yo, did you plug in your other? Did you do this? Did you do that? Nah, man, I just started playing. If I went to my dad and he's like, oh, we're gonna buy you a car or something, right? Oh, but you don't need to know nothing fucking about it. And I go to my dad like, I'm just gonna fucking get in it and drive it. What the fuck kind of logic is that? Because that's
good thing
that's
it's a
how I
PC,
think
not
about
a
it. to
car.
me.
Is that not what you do with a car? You just get in and drive it?
Not to. What? Is that what you did? You just fucking. I'm just gonna get in the car, Dad, and drive. I'll catch you later.
As I went on, I
No,
changed
you
settings
had to
and stuff.
learn. Your dad didn't say this
What do
is
you
how you
mean
fill up a
learn?
car. This is the tire. You didn't
Oh,
hear
you
the
mean
tire
like
pressure?
the basic idea of driving
Yeah,
a car?
you're-
I thought you meant
Absolutely.
getting a car and then fucking around with it for like 2 hours before driving it.
No. My point is,
I thought you pulled out the
wouldn't-
manual
you
and
wouldn't
read
get a
it.
car if you don't know what you're doing with the car. If you don't know how to change the oils, if you don't know how to do that, you don't.
Well,
wouldn't get a car.
no
That's,
shit.
That's my logic.
I went to a school
So for me,
for like a week to do that.
well, that's good. That's not what I'm saying.
So my dad didn't even show me.
But that's what I'm saying. But okay, that's great. That's good. You will learn. That's what I'm telling you. Is you learn.
Yeah, now we're on the same page. You just made it sound like, oh, we bought you a car after you've already had one. No, you're just gonna drive
Is
it.
that not the situation?
I thought
just
that was
happened now?
fucking
Did he
normal.
not just buy a car and decided to drive it?
Yeah, but he's had a
After-
computer
after
before,
having-
correct?
He didn't.
You've had a computer before, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, dog. I've had a computer before. Was I a fucking whiz kid when we built mine? Was I? Oh yeah, I know everything. No,
Yeah, I mean, you tried to be.
Do you think Travis
You
does?
tried to be. You were like, oh yeah, dude, I get it. And then you keep asking me questions.
Remember
Same thing.
when I was gonna get a PC in the beginning? You were like,
How much was
I was like, yo, I'm just gonna buy a pre-built, and you convinced me
110.
not to because of all these other crazy ass reasons. So I didn't, and I'm happier that I did build it and not buy a pre-built.
Okay, so you're an advocate for custom builds.
I just think because even I'll tell you right now when we were because we were at Travis's place, I was helping him move and stuff. Even if his dad was there and we were talking about it, even his dad's like, "Your name's Josh, right?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I think your idea is 1,000 times better." Because I was explaining to them like throughout the long run, you're gonna get it's an investment.
I don't think you listened to my like final statement though. I don't care. I'm happy with my buy. End of story.
No, right?
I think
but
someone
here's
should
the
be
thing,
able
that's
to choose
so
which
cool
one
that
they
you
wanna
don't
do.
care, but I think it's very dumb and stupid that you don't know how to. You don't even know the basic apps on there, dog. You
Okay.
didn't even have your Nvidia downloaded, and if we didn't tell you, you wouldn't have.
He would have learned.
That's what I'm saying. No, he wouldn't have. You're talking to the wrong guy.
No, he would have been like, oh, this isn't working.
Yeah, I
Let me
could've-
call Travis and
Google
fucking.
it.
Let me call Josh and Jack.
That's what you
help
do.
fix with it, dude.
That's what you do.
Because we built it. We built it together.
We
and
built
I
this
knew I didn't know
PC.
what I was doing, dude.
We built
That's
this
what I'm saying.
PC.
We built this PC.
Yeah, there's also no
I'm
time frame on how
rock and
long I
roll.
have to learn to run the PC. I would have eventually figured it out.
I'm just saying,
looked at
I think
YouTube,
it's-
looked up videos.
this is my thing.
Used the PC to do
It's
research
lazy.
on it.
It's lazy.
At
That's all
some
I'm
point,
saying.
he's
It's
probably
lazy.
going to build a PC. It's
It's
not
not.
like, oh, I'm only ever going to get
What-
pre-builds.
What tells you that?
That's
Why
what I
would-
did.
If he didn't do it now, what the fuck?
I got a pre-built, and then I built a PC.
No, I built a PC.
You had a PC before, I'm pretty sure.
I had a laptop, dog, and I had a
Laptop,
I had
dog.
a shitty little HP like I could run Gmod on my old YouTube channel for 10 frames, and then just cut out.
All I'm saying is Travis made the decision that he made, and he's happy with it at the moment. If he gets upset about it later, that's on him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, Josh, end of story. Shut up.
I mean, we brought up the whole story of it's pre-built or non-built better.
Well, yeah, but
Isn't
you're-
that the whole
But
conversation?
you're dogging on him for doing something he wanted to
No,
do.
you can do it. I'm allowed to say it's lazy though,
Well, yeah, you could say it's lazy.
because it is. No offense, but it's lazy.
It'd be lazy for you.
It is lazy. That's lazy.
He had to go to
just
Best
like the
Buy,
car
dude.
situation. If I
had to
learned
get
that
in his
one
car.
of you dorks just decided to get in a car, I'm not gonna bring up that story, but
Wait, no.
'Cause,
Go
okay,
over this.
when we were younger, Tyler didn't know how to fill up his fucking car in the gas station when we were there. We were 16. If my son didn't know how to fill up the gas, I wouldn't buy him a fucking car. That's my point. If this dude doesn't know how to run the apps,
Buy him a
he
fucking
shouldn't.
car.
He shouldn't be like, well, I'm just gonna
Okay,
turn
well,
it in, plug it in, and
It's
start
a
playing.
PC.
And
It's not like it's
it's
gonna
not an
hurt you.
Xbox, but that's what I'm telling you. It's not. Beep. It's on. I get to play. You have to actually fucking
No,
like
it is.
learn.
That's
true.
And
That
also,
is true.
And also,
It's
Josh,
not.
in my
But he-
defense, I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know. I wasn't taught it
Right,
yet.
but you didn't take the ignorant route and just go fucking do it by yourself and then just figure it out later. And if something fucks up, you're
Well,
just
yeah.
like, well, I don't
Well,
know.
no, I don't got.
That's why I brought that's why I brought a pre-built.
So, Josh, let me ask you
Most
this.
things in life, you can't just go by the fuck up because you only get one.
That's what I'm saying. In most things in life in general, you have to know what you're doing before you get in that situation. That's my point.
Josh,
Most things are.
That's
so question for you. When you run into a problem, what do you do?
He runs.
okay. That's so different because if you're
When
talking,
you run
if
into
you're
a
talking
problem, no,
about-
answer the question.
I'm
answer the
driving a
question.
car and
Get away from the
something
car.
happens.
Any situation where something doesn't go the way that
If
you
you're,
intended
what
it to.
you're trying to get out of me, because it's a leading question, that's what these are called, is that I'm going to say you figure it out, right? But when you're in math class and they're putting an equation in front of you, you're going to just figure it out, just sitting there with your little fucking brain. You have to be taught how to do it.
Yeah.
That is what I'm telling you. Some things you figure out.
That's
Some
why he
things
would
you're taught.
ask, even if he did a pre-build.
Right?
Guess what, motherfucker? He's gonna ask questions.
But don't ask me because I told you to pre-built it.
Why are you?
And I'm not gonna pre-build.
You ask me questions.
Oh, actually, you know what? I guess he's got mom on his side here. So.
What do you mean, mom?
Well, because if anything happens, he's just gonna go, Jackson, can you help me?
That's what you do.
And then I'm
You're
gonna
like,
go,
hey man.
And I'm literally the dad. I'm gonna go, now figure it out, you little shit. You didn't listen to me in the first place, so now it's your fucking problem. Because that's tough love.
It still wouldn't be a
Just
problem though.
saying.
It's easy stuff. Like at
You
the end
wouldn't
of the day,
know, Travis. That's what makes
I
me
would
upset.
though
You,
because
no, you
it's
wouldn't.
just a computer.
You
It's
had-
not rocket
You
science.
didn't have four things
I mean, it
that you
depends
needed
on the-
downloaded, and
it
you wouldn't
depends
have
on the
downloaded it
problem.
If we didn't tell you to know. You would have no idea. You would have been like,
I
hey,
did,
what's
though.
that? We're upstairs downloading stuff, and his PC's going, oh, yeah, man. It's not a toy. It's not an Xbox.
Oh, it is.
It's not.
It's a giant
it's
toy.
not-
That's
let me-
all it is, bro. It's a giant toy. Like
I give him 2 years.
it's a giant
2
toy
years. I give
that
it
can-
2 years.
Do we have boxing gloves?
I give it 2 fucking years, dude.
I would love to
Dude.
see this.
Solid years.
Bro, if that's not a toy, I don't know what is.
it's It's like
It's a
saying a car's a
machine.
toy. It's not a toy.
that you play video games on.
Yeah, but if I was
Yeah,
to
but
throw
it's
it around
more
and
than
if you were to
It is a
neglect
little more
it,
than
if you were to neglect your toy, it's fucked up and then you're down $1,500. Are you like, what don't you get? It's not. That's my issue. I don't want you to be. I'm being a dad with him. I don't want him to be irresponsible and waste his money.
You're also
Alright.
not my dad.
I know I'm not. I wish I fucking
Wait,
was,
wait,
bro.
How old
At
is
this point?
How old are you, Travis?
I'm old enough to be his dad at this point.
23.
Old enough to be his dad.
That's crazy, dude. He's 5 years into adulthood.
It must be a world.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. He's 5 years into adulthood and he's just fucking whatever, dude. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying like he would figure it out. He's made it this far, hasn't he?
Yeah, I would figure
We're
it
not
out. Like
talking
I would.
about the average Joe here, guys. We're talking about Travis. Are you kidding me? You got human, you got subhuman, you have trash, whale poop, and then you have Travis. I don't ever want to fucking hear.
Damn,
You
dude.
talk-
What the
That
hell?
was a quote from Shark Tale. You guys didn't get that?
No.
Where he's like, "There's fucking trash, there's garbage, there's whale poop, and then there's you." No,
Now it works
I've
out.
seen that movie.
but still, you get my point. Because no offense, he didn't have 4 things downloaded that he wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have fucking
I
had.
would
He
have.
just got it.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the thing. He just got
So
it.
he would have been sitting
He's
there.
never
one day.
had a
He would've been
PC.
sitting there
Like he's
this.
had a PC, but how long ago was
I
that?
had a $300 PC for a week.
He's laying in his bed.
Exactly. How would he know?
He rises up and goes, "Oh my god, I forgot to go download the NVIDIA GeForce
No.
mainstream card so that I can run the thing. Oh my god, wait, I need the MSI. Oh my god, you think he's just gonna shoot up one day and do that, Jack?
Maybe you don't know.
Like just
Maybe have a little confidence in people.
Yeah, over time it wouldn't happen instantly. It's called.
He's not
learning
gonna be
over
like, "Yo,
time.
I know everything, dude. I just got this PC. That means I got it in my brain."
Jackson, when we were building the PC,
Do you understand how
I was
long it
asking you
took
questions. I was
to
asking
find
you
out how
questions
to
the whole
do
time
stuff?
because I didn't want to be like, "Yo, bro, well, quick question, my screen's off. What the fuck's wrong?" "Oh, Josh, it's as simple as push this one button. Like, you should know that." Like, that's why I asked these questions. It was like, that way I'm not sitting there going like, "Yo, man, my fucking Hertz isn't working for some fucking reason." It's like, well, Josh, it's so simple as go into your display area and change the Hertz because it's off or some shit. I'm just saying, like, I'm happy to know that information.
I mean, I
don't
can
like
see
being
both
left-
sides of it, but I'm gonna be honest. Both work.
Yeah.
You can be,
Well, yeah, you get a PC.
you can be
At the
naive
end of
when
the
you
day-
get something.
At the end of the day, you get a PC. That's the whole point. Right?
but as long as you're not arrogant or ignorant,
That's what I'm saying. Is that
God.
if he just got up and bought it, that's arrogant and ignorant. I'm sorry, but that's arrogant. and
yeah.
ignorant.
But how else are
that's
you
like
gonna
me just going
learn?
to buy a gun. Just I'll figure it out.
Okay, that's the
Like,
safe way to do
no.
it though. You get a pre-build, and then you learn.
Well, why didn't? Okay, then why didn't I do that, Jackson? Why did I build one?
Because I was there,
Because you were saying,
Because-
it's better to build a pre-build because you want this and this. You're gonna know what's going on. You're gonna know the mechanics. You're gonna know how to build it. I
and
go,
you
"That's-
listened.
Yeah, and I went, that's a great idea, Jackson. That's a very not ignorant, not arrogant way to handle the situation, isn't it?
Yeah, but he didn't obviously want to go that route. I can
I know,
see, I can
I
see
know.
both
No,
sides.
and that's what I'm saying. If he wants to do it, it's fine. It's not my money. But I am allowed to say it's lazy, ignorant, and arrogant.
Yeah, you are.
There you go.
But
So
I'm,
that's my point. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
okay.
That's it. So yeah, it's like the whole situation. Like, all right, son, if you want to go out get drunk with your friends, that's fine. Don't call me, call mom.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's what I.
That's literally what the situation is because that's how I don't.
I'm
out
getting
of sight, out of mind. I don't even want to know.
Okay, what would you
Bye,
do
Jamie.
later?
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you again. Yeah.
What would you do in the situation if your kid is like, "Oh, I'm going to this party, might get a little drunk."
I already had this conversation with
Yeah,
Cole.
Josh is a
I'm
bad father.
big. No, I'm not a bad father. I'm the one that's you fuck up, you deal with the consequences. If
I feel the same.
If you're out drinking, okay.
I'd
If
rather
I
my
look
kids
at you in
be
your face
honest
and I said,
they'd be safe.
do not go out, just as example, obviously this is completely hypothetical. I look at them and go, don't go out drinking tonight and don't get drunk with your friends. And they go out drinking and they get drunk with their friends and then they go, I need a ride home. I'm like, that's fucking crazy, dude. There's this
You got Uber, right?
There's an Uber app. You can go ahead and download it, do this and that. Oh, I'll help you get home. Minus my ass moving out of the couch. That's not how this works. That's how my parents deal with it.
See, I can be a tough guy.
That's
up
the
until-
that's the figure it out.
up until it
You see what I'm
happens.
saying?
Because as soon as it happens and the kid's like, "Oh man, I'm drunk. I can't. I need help getting home." I'm like, "I'm on my
But
way."
that's where the lesson matters the most.
Because I can be a
That's-
tough guy all I want.
Right, but that's where the lesson matters the most. How you could be a tough guy all you want, but if you're not gonna actually teach them in the moment,
Yeah, 'cause I'm a
it's
soft
for not. Well, you can't do
I
that.
could be like, "I'm not picking you up," and
You
as soon
can't
as
do
they
that.
call me, they're like, "I'm like,
At least
I'm on
that's
my
why-
way."
Call your mom. I'm drunk. I need to drive home. Call your mom.
I mean, honestly,
I'm not dealing with it.
I, would
I got
just-
work tomorrow. Good
I would
night.
do that anyway.
You know.
Because
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even when I was young, I'd probably just call my mom first too.
yeah.
But that's my look on it.
Oh, so you're a mama's boy. Let's get into that.
Let's get into this. All right,
Let's unpack this.
You literally haven't said anything for the past 15 minutes.
I'm gonna say that. I mean, my parenting style would be different from yours.
And
I mean, I want my kids to be safe and I want them to be honest with me. Obviously, there'll be consequences, but I'd rather them feel comfortable enough to let me know something's going on, and then I'll go get them so that they're safe, and then I'll give them a consequence when we get home. So I'll be like, yo, I got you. I get it. I did the same thing when I was younger.
that's what you don't say.
Oh, hold
That's
on.
what you don't say.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
I didn't do this.
Well,
when
no,
I-
because I'm relating. But that I would say, yeah, I did the same things when I was younger. But like, we can't be doing that. I suffered consequences when I was younger, so you're gonna suffer.
Because what you're gonna hear from your kids
consequences.
is, well, Dad does it. That's why you don't say, I used to do the
Yeah, no,
same
but-
exact thing that you're doing right
Well,
now.
well, I can tell them how I learned from my mistakes. It's a growth experience.
So are you gonna ground your 22-year-old?
No, he's out of the house by then.
My thing is, when you're 18, when it comes, your job as a parent, like parenting the kid, like giving them life lessons of what they should be like, morals, this and that, ends at 18. But your help on the kid doesn't end at 18. I'm not that type of guy. I'm gonna help my kids. And that's like
You're on your own.
that's that. Yeah, no, I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna turn 18 all of a sudden. Like, well, good luck with rent and good luck
Well, I'm
with
not
car
gonna
and
do
good
that
luck
either.
with
But I'm
can
expecting
go
them to
fuck
have
yourself.
something planned.
Oh, yeah.
I want them to be better than me.
Well, yeah, that's what every parent wants that. But the problem with that is that every parent's a fucking hypocrite.
Well, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, obviously it's a hypocrite thing, but it's also learning from mistakes. You're trying
Right,
to make
but
the
when
next
you're a
generation
kid,
better.
but you have to think about when you were a kid, when you were arguing with your parents, it was always, well, but you did it.
No, true.
Oh, because they did this and this did that. It was comparison. It was because they're allowed to, I'm allowed to this
my
and that.
parents didn't do crap like that.
What do you mean they didn't do crap?
They didn't do any of the stuff that I used to do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like party, they don't party. They never did.
They
No,
probably
that's
don't
not even.
tell
That's
you.
not even. That's not even. That's not even what I mean by that. I just mean like you wouldn't.
I mean, to be fair, me and my parents never really argued about that. I was pretty good about it.
Mm,
Yeah, I got grounded once.
keep your eyes on your kids. I got grounded a couple times.
I got grounded a couple times.
Oh, yeah,
but it was,
we know.
But it was.
But
when
that
I
was
younger.
because-
Look at you.
That was.
It was.
That
I
was
was when I was
because-
younger, and it was for dumber, like, or more dumb.
The
things.
reason I got grounded was because I bought Legos from my friend
Okay.
with money that was supposed to go to his brother. That's why I got grounded.
Well, it's a good reason to ground something. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Someone.
But they didn't really explain it that well. It wasn't like in a card or anything. It was for his birthday. That's besides the point.
Would you be okay? Would you be okay? How do I say this? How do I word this? Would you be less angry if you caught your kid smoking weed or drinking?
I'd be
In the room alone, they were smoking or drinking in the room alone. You walked in, you found them, you
Drinking.
caught them. You'd be more upset.
No,
they're
I'd be
drinking.
more upset if they were smoking weed.
I honestly would be the. I would treat it the same way. I'm like, you're not old enough to be doing this. What
It's a
are you doing?
substance. Either one's
Okay.
a substance.
Right, but okay, yes, but one of them, you have to think like one of them is socially.
If they're in,
Culturally
if they're
accepted.
in my
No,
house,
either they're both the same to me. So it's like if I see either one, I'm gonna treat it the exact same way. I'm gonna nip it in the butt and be like, "Yo, we're gonna have some consequences."
Yeah, but you did that.
depending on, well, okay,
No.
I
I'm not gonna
don't
tell
know,
my
maybe
son I
depending on the
smoke weed.
age and what it is, because if they're like 17 and they're
And they're
having-
smoking or they're drinking, it wouldn't
If
be
they're having a
it wouldn't
little
be as
drink.
serious as if I found them when they were 12 or 13 drinking. and
yeah,
smoking.
either one. If they're 12, I'm
But
I'm gonna do
the truth is,
something
if your
about it.
child is smoking or drinking at 13 or 12,
There's
that's some
problems.
inner
There's
reflection, brother.
problems.
You fucked up somewhere down the line. No offense, but your kid should not be drinking like that because, especially, this is why I say alone, is because it's the mental part. If I
They're
because,
hiding it.
because this is why I said which one's worse. Because in my opinion, and this is not because I smoke weed, I'm just saying if I found my kid alone in his room drinking, I'd be a lot more concerned because
That's numbing.
yeah, you're numbing your pain, and not only that, but people who drink, I don't know if you guys knew this. Okay, 50% of murders, R words, accidents, this or that, are under the influence of alcohol. R word. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I was
Essay, stuff like that.
What?
Under the influence of alcohol, the person who's committing it and or the person who's it being committed to. And suicides when people are under the influence are way higher. I mean, people in the military, they drink themselves to death. My whole thing is when you're drinking alone, because I smoked in my room alone. I wasn't because I was fucking sad. It was because I was having fun and I was like on Xbox or something with the boys. Okay?
Well, then you wouldn't be drinking alone.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, for me,
You're still drinking alone. That's still drinking alone. Smoking alone, drinking alone. You're still in your room with nobody around you drinking.
Yeah, but you're on Discord.
Okay, say you're not. Say
Well,
I'm
then,
not. Say I'm
well,
just
then
smoking.
that's sad.
Vibing. Well, see, if you've never smoked weed before, I guess you really wouldn't know. But like, it's It is different, and I'm not calling these people out, but us three, we could probably say advocate that being drunk and being high are so different.
These three, by the way.
Mostly these two.
This guy. This guy.
Oh yeah, you want to talk?
Anywho,
Either one of you.
It is so
don't
much
even.
more different than in each other's.
Dude,
Like, this is the truth. If you were to, I want them to do a test. If you were to grab like a weed smoker and someone who drinks, and you were to give them
Which
let
one's
them
happier?
drive on a course, not even that, not that too, but you have them drive, for example. I guarantee you, on my life, the person who's smoking weed will either not drive any more different than they were if they were sober, especially if they're a constant someone who smokes. Because even if you're a chronic alcoholic, if you drive, you're still fucked up driving. There's no like, oh, I'm good. No.
I've practiced.
If you smoke weed and you smoke enough and you drive, it's like
Josh
you
is
just
not-
got to do it.
Josh
and
is
I'm not
not-
saying
He
that
is not endorsing
Thank
driving
you.
under the influence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just
I'm
saying that it's the truth. It's a fact that it's so different.
At the end of the
Josh,
day, at base, hold on. At the end of the day, at base value, I still see them both as the same thing.
I would still treat it the same way. Yes, I'd say like, don't
So,
do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Either way, even if I was doing it when I still had kids or like whatever, I would never be okay with that.
But I'm just talking about my mental. If I walked in, I'd be like, oh my god, why is my kid drink? I mean, when you say it out loud, my kid's drinking alone in his room. Like,
Well, yeah, I would. Be
that's a
concerned.
concerning fucking thought. And then when I hear like, oh, my kid's smoking alone in his room, it kind of like,
Either one.
it's
I'm
as
concerned.
bad, but smoking is a lot more. I don't know. I
Dog,
don't
if
know how
I'm
to
being
explain
honest
it.
with you, it is.
They're both-
Nothing should happen until they're 21, honestly.
Yeah, they shouldn't be even doing it. That's the point of the
Yeah,
case,
no,
right? But that's the
100%.
point of the case. But I just bring up the question. It was a random thought. But honestly, on that
It
note,
was a random thought. It sounded pretty calculated to me.
yeah, actually, I've been thinking about this for about 4 weeks.
No, he's been thinking about all his
I
life.
really wanted to bring this up.
I've always been something that's curious to me. Like,
How would you haven't
Yeah,
really
Travis,
said
you didn't say anything.
If you want to say something, how would you respond? He would not care. He'd be like, all right.
what would you say, Travis?
I mean, as long as it's not excessive and it's not you're going and doing it out there in someone else's house.
As
committing
long as it's at
crimes.
home.
Yeah.
No.
Because guess what? Breaking news: teenagers are going to do bad things, even if you try to
Well,
tell
that's
them.
what-
no.
That's why I bring up
That-
the situation. It's not, oh, I found my kid at a party and he's drunk. That's different. He's partying, he's drunk. I found my kid in my room alone,
In your room?
drinking himself, or in his room, drinking himself. You know,
Oh,
My kid would have some.
God,
balls on
dude,
his-
actually, I don't care. It's a word. Keep it in. I don't care. I'm done with that stupid thing. It's a word. Okay, don't care. So if he's drinking himself under the freaking table,
oh well, yeah. I mean,
you're telling me that that's not a little bit more concerning to your mental?
yeah, I wouldn't care if my kid was smoking weed, but it'd be different if you're smoking smoking alcohol. That would be different.
That would be.
Dude, smoking
That would
alcohol,
be whack.
it's
If I see that, I'd be
so-
like, I'm impressed.
My thing is,
Yeah, I mean, the alcohol is more concerning just because it's like
I would say so.
I don't know. It's like where to get. I guess it's kind of the same thing.
It's the
It's
same thing.
Because being drunk, not.
Well,
it's
no, I
somewhat
was gonna
different.
say
it's different. Whatever, it's different sensations, but it's the same shit.
Well, I
it
was gonna-
changes you from your soberness. You are not sober anymore.
But I'll tell you what, when you're drunk, you're way more out of it.
I don't care.
I mean,
You're
people
still not
forget
sober.
things constantly. They don't know
Depends.
where they are. When you ask people in
Depends on
law,
how much.
oh, I was drunk. I don't know where I was. I don't know what I was doing. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me that that's not. It messes up your mind so incredibly much that you can literally die from drinking too much. Okay? You can't die from smoking too much. You literally can't, right? You can die from drinking too much because it's literally has an effect on your brain. Well, I'm not that weed doesn't. Obviously, it does. But, I mean, like, for me, it just. Alcohol it's been normalized, but that doesn't mean it's good.
No.
It's been so socially accepted, that doesn't mean that it's good, and that doesn't mean that it's okay. And so it's this stigma that alcohol is better than weed because we've accepted it for so long, so it must be, right? Factually not. I mean, statistically not. It's true. It's not, and no one can argue that. More people die under alcohol. More people are addicted to alcohol. More people are, more likely to, abuse their family members. I mean, who the hell comes home and goes, "My dad was high on weed and beat my mom"? Nobody. It's my dad was drunk as hell and
That's
beat my mom.
true.
But
That's
I'm
true.
just saying that's 100% true. So
And that's why they have to drink responsibly.
I-
People don't listen to that.
No, they don't.
For some reason.
I know, but it's great. But think
We
about
have Uber.
Think about when we were young. Think about how easy it was. Maybe not you, because you didn't do it so much, but me and Travis. How easily accessible getting alcohol, drugs, like whatever it was. And that's honestly a concerning thing in my mind. It was way
Why's
too
that?
easy. What do you mean?
How'd you get it?
I ain't telling you. But
How it was easy? Well, it was easy just because everybody had it.
Everybody
All
had
your
it.
friends
but,
have
but
it.
that, isn't that more concerning? How the hell is it that there's such an epidemic where teenagers can have it? Literally, oh my god, we had jars of weed, we had bottles of alcohol. It like that shouldn't be accessible to kids that easily.
No.
And me saying that now, I know it's like ironic and hypocritical, but like
You were a
truly
kid.
think of it like, holy crap, like how the hell? Like I swear to you guys, I could have, me and Travis, we could have easily got like meth, cocaine, whatever the fuck we
Oh,
wanted.
that dialed up.
No, I'm
Jesus.
just saying that. But it's my
true,
point.
though. I mean,
Psychedelics. We could have done whatever we wanted if we had the money. They would have given it to us. And there's people out there which are pieces of. You're a piece of shit. If you're selling meth and cocaine to minors, you're fucking fucked up.
they got a
dude.
nice,
Firing
they got a
squad.
nice spot in hell for you.
Yeah, perfect spot in hell for you because you're literally killing people. I don't care what you say. You should be classified if you get found and you're a drug dealer and you're giving cocaine, meth, and crap. You are classified murderer, and you need to do expenses because you ruin these people's lives. They're kids.
Literally, you literally rewrite their life.
Their lives and the people that they love. You think it doesn't just, that's the worst part about drug addiction is that it doesn't just affect the one person. It's everybody. It's actually worse for
In their
everyone else.
lives.
It's worse for everybody else because they can't do anything.
And most people just see someone slowly slip.
No, not even slip. They disintegrate.
Die.
Their body disintegrates. Their eyes, their face. They literally are. They get skinny. They can't eat. Then next thing you know, they're asking you for drug money, and you're just. It's insane. Not that we had this happen in my family.
Like, how do they even live? I don't understand that
addicts?
part.
You're to
find a way.
tweaking.
Drugs, dude. They literally live off the drugs. They have to. That's why they're addicted. If they don't get their drugs, they will die. Like legitimately. If they don't get the drugs, that's why withdrawal can literally kill you.
Yeah,
If
I've
you
heard
do
that.
not have proper fluid in your
Medical.
body, medical, someone's watching you because you will literally and dude, they will literally start. I've seen a video. You guys might be able to find it. This meth addict was in withdrawal. They found him chunking out his arm, literally pulling it off. Meat. You could see the bones, bro, pouring out, and he's just like because he's in withdrawal so much that he wants to feel like it's just crazy to think.
The skin's like burning.
You're literally ripping himself. Like that's insane to think about. That like a drug can make you rip yourself apart alive. And they're giving that to children. Just saying, and it's easily accessible, so easy. And they could put fent in there. They could put anything.
That's why you find the Lord.
Jesus is your savior.
Jesus, take the wheel.
And on that note,
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
not drugs.
None of this has been
responsibly.
advocation for drug doing.
No.
If you're a
Or
kid,
driving
don't
under the
do
influence.
anything.
Don't listen to him.
Stay home.
If you're a
Be
kid, you
a
shouldn't be
loser.
watching this podcast.
do nothing. Watch our podcast.
Our
Literally.
podcast is
Binge it
not
and
meant to
then
be
watch
watched
it
by
again.
youngers. Just saying. So,
Yeah, 18 or older.
18 or older. Just saying.
Yeah, because we say our words.
Yes, we
apparently.
do.
Yeah, apparently we do.
It's a word. They were called mentally retarded back in the day. It's a word. It's
They
a
used
word.
to call them lots of things back in the day.
It
but
was
we don't
all
say that
mentally
anymore.
retarded. Sorry. Okay. Quick story. Knew a lady back when was literally one of the people who took care of the people with Down syndrome. Still to this day, it's not back when, they are classified as mentally retarded on the paper. So to call them has only been shifted by society. I'm
going.
just saying.
Just keep going.
All right, no, we're done.
Just saying.
All right. Hopefully you enjoyed.
All right, hopefully you guys
Everyone,
enjoyed.
Enjoy your weekend. I guess you're gonna see this on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Say it.
Say it. Leftovers out.